from her that she has been made aware that there were plans for Velaki that she attempted to stop, and that they would be to be enacted soon. With that knowledge, she left you and disappeared back into the crowds, putting a gloomy shadow over today's festivities. And so you struggle, wondering what would it be, though you've been ensured that nothing were to happen today, at least. The worry itself nurtures itself on the back of your minds as you try to enjoy today anyway. The chatter and the laughing around you completely envelops you and tries to put those gloomy, uneasy feelings to rest, as you remember that you are currently on a festival with your child, and you see people dancing and laughing and drinking and eating. You see Boris in the background fighting in an organized tournament, and all sorts of happy events take place. In fact, out of the corner of your eye, you spot a quaint little shop selling pies. How would you like to proceed?
No, not that bitch again, please.
You make a mental note to stay away from there.
Not the fucking pies, I swear to fucking bond.
Right.
I will burn that shit to the ground.
This is not bad. This is not bad because the burgomaster's right there and we're in his good graces. We can just walk on over there and say, hey. I'm not below snitching. Oh, no, wait, I'm not above snitching at all.
We could also just distract her and set fire to her stuff. I do have prestidigitation. And I have a spell slot for, well, meta magic point for quicken spell. Wait, no, that costs 2 sorcery points. Damn. Well, I could convert. No, I don't have any. Okay.
Let's keep an eye on her for now. First off, what should we do first? Is this before or after we've danced?
I believe it is already after you danced several times.
Okay. Is the son of the burgomaster here?
Would you like to see if you can find him?
Yeah.
All right, straight up investigation check. If both of you are looking, one of you can roll with a advantage.
I don't know who has better investigation.
I have 3.
I also have 3.
You want to help me while I'm looking?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You look around to see if there's any sign of the burgomaster's son. As you do look around, it becomes increasingly clear that you will not find him anywhere near the main event. But that sort of fits into his character from what you've known. He seems more like the reclusive type. So after you sort of widen and broaden your area of search a little bit to the quieter areas of the festival, you manage to find him in a bit of a further out of the way side alley that can barely even be considered to be anywhere in reach of most activities. You see him there sit on a nearby, low wall reading a book, barely overseeing the festivities. Would you like to approach him?
Yes. Sharison is going to approach him and say, you know, if you weren't your father's son, you'd probably get arrested for being so far away from the festivities.
After getting a momentary shock at suddenly being approached by somebody, he manages to calm down rather quickly. Hi? Oh, you!
Hello.
Hi. How can I help you?
Well, two things. One, I wanted to let you know that we've completed the task that your father assigned to us, so we're going to be leaving Balak very soon, if you still want to come with us.
Um, uh, where are you going?
Well, a few places. One of them is up north.
Are you going to go and look up on that lead of the wizard?
Yes. Not necessarily for the wizard, but yes.
I see. Well, what do you mean with you're going to leave Alaki? It should be not that long of an expedition.
Well, we're also going several other places.
Oh.
We have a bit of a traveling plan.
Ask as well.
Though if we went up there and then went back down, you could go up there with us. Then when we went back down, you could ferry to go back to Malaki and we could ride out.
Well, I suppose I'm thinking about it. When are you leaving?
Well, I need to talk to my friend first. But I mean, after that, it's. Oh, I don't know. As soon.
Within the next few days, we will have left Balaki.
I have to be honest. I'm not certain if. I'm not certain I can do that. I can't. All my stuff is here, so I can't be gone for too long, and returning there all by myself defeats the purpose of traveling with you in the first place. It would be dangerous, I think, especially with all those were creatures, so... Although it is a shame, I think then it would be a bit too risky for me to come with you. However, if you do decide to travel there, please report back to me of what you find. And if you find anything of that wizard or spellbook components, any arcane theory written down or anything like that, bring it back to me and I'll reward you for it. Well, I'll have my father reward you for it, but you will be rewarded is the point.
I mean, I am going back through some of my lessons from the academy. So I'll see if I can get a spell down to tell you things should you need to know.
By the way, have you seen those creepy twins?
Creepy twins?
Yeah, there were a couple of really creepy kids that snuck up on me a while back.
I think he means Hans and Gretel.
Oh, you know them by name?
Yes. They're actually ours. No, they're not ours by blood. We adopted them. They were like that when we found them.
They're very lovely, I think. But they are very, very curious, very exploring. Yeah.
Listen, I understand. They spent a long time with the witches and the bone grinder. I think something may have broken inside them.
All right. Honestly, yeah, kind of reminded me of the Reformation camp.
Another thing I wanted to ask you is, well, we didn't really get a chance to talk before. And she's going to look around, make sure there's no one watching or listening in.
Roll me a perception.
Also, since I'm rolling a perception, what about birds?
Roll the perception. Nah, nothing going on. You don't
9.
see anyone observing you.
Okay. I just, look, I'm sorry. You're just the closest person that has seen. You're the person that saw my brother the least amount of time ago, so. Like, last time we spoke about him, but can you tell me again? Is there anything you might have forgotten? Anything you might have said? Anything?
As I said, I was working with him to try and find a way to get out of Barovia. And he, yeah.
Do you know if he was working with anyone else?
Not that I would know of. On the other hand, he did strike me as the sort of man that, he did strike me as the sort of, he seems to be thinking for a moment. He seems like the sort of person that knew a lot of people that might not even necessarily be in the legal realm. So I feel like maybe he would have worked with other people.
And you said he called himself Urkel while he was here.
Yes. Why?
Nothing.
Look.
Is there anything else?
Sorry.
Literally anything else?
Well, I'm pretty sure he lived here.
An address, maybe? Something?
No, that I don't have. He normally just sort of met up. We weren't really that close that he would invite me home.
Where did you meet?
I believe it was at. Now you're putting me on the spot. Did I ever give the old fellow a name, the one in the magic shop?
The demon?
I did. It's coming to me. Nullheimer, that's it.
Yeah, I have him saved as Nullheimer is such a bitch. Rika punked him for good.
It was at Nullheimer. You know, I'm a bit of a constant customer there in search of things, and it just so happens that once we came across each other, it was pretty apparent that he was, he wasn't really all that knowledgeable about magic, but he did ask a lot of questions that made me think that we might be looking for the same thing. So we started working together. With my abilities in the magical realm and his abilities of,
acquisition.
Yes, he was the muscle. Besides, yes, he seemed like the sort of person that knew a lot of people. You know, shady people.
That's quite a far cry from who my brother used to be when he was home.
I mean that only in the best way.
I know.
Look,
anything else you can tell me? Like,
as I said, the last time I've seen him was 2-ish years ago. I haven't heard anything back from him. I really hope you're going to find him, but he's never reported back to me, or ever since then we never worked again. I got nothing from him, no.
thank you.
He seems very uncomfortable about all this.
Also, Wait. Did I know about the cat girl that we rescued? while we were at the festival.
I want to say yes. You've talked about this already. Have you not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You would know.
Okay. Do you recall if your former fiance had a thing for cats?
Huh?
Do you recall if your former fiance had a thing for cats?
You mean the Western girl?
That's the one. Do you have many former fiancés?
No. It's just a long. It's just What was the question?
Do you recall if she had a thing for cats?
Yes, I think so. I remember she liked to play a lot with cats.
All right. Thank you for everything. I'll leave you to your book. Well, let's go see if we can find any cotton candy.
Yep.
All right. And so you head back to the festival. Trying to see if you can find any good food?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. Yeah, at this point, the buffet isn't completely cleared out. There's still a couple of scraps, but it seems like most people have already tried and thrown themselves at the best bits. But you find some good passable bites. Manage to grab yourself a plate together, and you have a little bit of a good eating. As you do, of course, enjoy your meal. You're approached by a broad figure.
Okay.
Hello there. If it isn't, well, what were the names? You look up and you see it is Boris Fireball.
Hi, Boris. How are you?
Doing all right. He seems a bit exhausted. Just got a hell of a tournament. Where's the other big fella?
Yeah.
Surprised he isn't taking part.
Well, he decided to sit this one out.
So, how are things proceeding? Have you already managed to get yourself your hands on a license?
Yes. I mean, we've yes, technically. We'll be getting them very soon.
Good. In that case, what's soon for you? Because the sooner we can ride out to take care of that February problem.
We may be getting them today.
Today. I see. How certain are you about that? In that case, I could prepare things for takeoff tomorrow.
Although we can't leave as early as tomorrow. There are some matters that still need to be attended.
Right, well, the original deadline is still... What was the original deadline, damn it? Yeah, the original deadline is still Sunday. So, depending on how you decide, that's how long we'll be here. If you don't get yourself sorted out, we're gone on Sunday.
Understood.
All right.
So, where's the big fella anyway?
Like I said, he decided to sit this one out. He's at home.
At home?
Well, he's taking care of someone.
Doing festivities? Always thought that it's mandatory. Well, I guess.
It was a necessity. That person truly cannot be left alone.
Well, that takes some balls. Well...
Yes, well, we're on fairly good terms with the Burgomaster, so I think one time could be overlooked.
Well, FYI, I managed to get a good crew together for the job. If you need any sort of weapons, we also got a couple of silver bolts, arrows, and all sorts of basic weapons. So don't need to worry about any of that when you come in with us. Weapons will be supplied, otherwise I think everything should be fine.
Sounds excellent, of course. Sounds like an expedition with a very high chance of succeeding.
Well, better be careful. Well, it better be, because if the rumors are true, we're dealing with an alpha beast down there. So we better be prepared for that. Otherwise, well, I'm gonna let you enjoy the evening. If anything changes, I hope you know how to find me. Just check the bars.
Wait, before you do, wait. I have to ask you something.
Yeah?
Do you happen to know people in the city or in part of the law?
For legal reasons, no. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to find the most recent whereabouts in the locking of a certain person who goes by. She's going to look around to make sure no one is listening and reach in and whisper in his ear, "I'm God."
Sounds to me like you're looking for an information broker.
Perhaps. If you can't help, do you know anyone who can?
Perhaps we can talk about this later. Right now isn't the right place, especially in this crowd. But I do know a couple of leads. Don't know myself, but there's a couple of things I've heard by hanging out in bars. Might be worth a shot for what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Stick around after the event when
great.
people clear out a bit. We can talk about it then.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
And with that, he gives you a strong nod and heads off. At which...
Right, Jackson?
Huh?
Seeing as I've had a lot to think about recently, the job he's talking about is to hunt were ravens, right?
Yes. Yes,
Right.
he is.
Because you know we're not allowed to kill the other kind of were creature.
I know. I just don't appreciate Saban taking such an oath, knowing that it would affect us as well.
Well, considering, you know, it was also kind of necessary for us not to be killed. You know, it's...
We've done so many things and we've managed to defeat all of them.
Yes,
I
well,
think we're fine.
this time we were taking our sleep. And we were unarmed. And and while I'm sure we could take on a lot of them, I'm fairly certain we couldn't take on a whole tribe of werewolves.
Do you want to roll me an intelligence real quick, Rika?
Is that a challenge? Can we take on a pack of werewolves?
Let's block them up.
You know what? I'll just vaguely give you this one anyway because you spend a lot of time there. Truth be told, you remember that, genuinely speaking, that pack of werewolves with which you spent time seem to have been very, very weakened. Many of the ones around here later you recognize as being non-combative ones, gatherers rather than hunters. It seems that most of them barely had any real fighters left in the pack, which was one of the main reasons why they were struggling. So while they definitely had a numbers advantage, and even a non-combatant werewolf is very strong, I mean, think back to the woman werewolf you fought the first time. That was a non-combatant werewolf. The truth is, they are not as dangerous as presumably they once were.
But it will be very dangerous to take them on unarmed.
Oh, yes. Although Saban might have a story to tell you about that.
Well, he has all kinds of stories. Whether or not we believe them is our own prerogative.
I know that we're not going to be able to leave with Boris, but I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that we can ask the Burgomaster for favors now that we've completed this task, I don't know how much of my will to succeed would have gone into it. But, Marika, just look around. Everything is great. Everything is just how it's supposed to be. How long has it been since you felt this way?
There's genuine joy across the plaza. Even though the last few days you've noticed this sort of strained facade of smiling faces, now all of it seems gone. People seem to genuinely be enjoying themselves.
It's safe here. The people are happy. Well, there's no ale to drink or any other alcoholic beverages, but this makes me happy. For the first time in such a long time, I'm hopeful. And I know that, we have a bad report of things going belly up as soon as we feel safe or happy, but I think it'll be a while until things go bad this time.
Yeah, we should enjoy it while it's here.
Slower songs playing. Do you want to go dance?
It's at this point that two familiar people come back to you. It's Vasily and your favorite little bundle of joy.
Aww.
Sorry, Rika, sorry about that earlier. I've sort of missed things a little bit, but now that we're all back together, how have you enjoyed your time so far here?
It has been very nice.
It's been wonderful.
Remus, I hope you're also having a good time.
Have you been dancing much?
A bit.
What about you? Have you been having a good time? And she's going to pinch, Anna's cheeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been showing my painting to many people, and Vasily has, Vasily has also danced with me a little bit. He's not as good as a dancer as Rika.
No one is as good a dancer as Rika.
Oh.
Rika smirks.
Hey now! I feel like that is a bit unfair. You comparing apples with oranges. I mean, this is really not fair. Well, Charlotte seemed to enjoy my dance style. Anyway,
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Anyway, are you having a good time?
It's lovely. I was suspicious. I didn't know if this was going to be something that I'll enjoy myself in, but I'm happy I came.
Yeah, these are the bright sides of Valaki when they're happening, and when things are good, they are good. Yeah, let's leave it as that. Where's Saban?
Taking care of someone.
Ah, alright. Who?
Someone you'll probably meet soon enough.
Alright. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, we only have one place to take people, so, you know.
I'm sorry, Basila.
Please don't tell me you invited another person to my house.
Yes, we did.
Well, not really invited. They kind of showed up.
Look, I'm trying to be as
We
accommodating
can
as
begin paying rent if you need.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that's not it. It's just, come on, guys. You can't just invite people to my house without letting me know.
You're right, but
We weren't
was
really in a
not-
position to tell you at the time. It was sprung on us very recently.
Well, is she pretty at least?
Yes, she has a very colorful personality.
So she's ugly.
Can I try to remember what she looked like?
I'd say yes, you remember. She's very underfed, so quite skinny to the point of looking rather grotesque. So yeah, definitely not exactly pretty in that sense, but
She is pretty. It's just she has a very colorful personality. Might not be your cup of tea.
all right. I mean, I'll give it a go. I'll give anything a go, really. I mean, no, nonsense. What am I talking about? Sorry.
Yes.
The rhythm left.
Yes, I'm fixing that. Give me a moment.
Oh. Cold brew coffee is such a great invention.
It has a colorful personality.
I couldn't think of anything else. What was I supposed to say? She's the cat's meow.
I mean, you could have said she's been in a bad situation, but she is very pretty, and colorful personality could fit. But you know, maybe mention that she's been in a bad situation so that he doesn't just. Oh, she's horribly underfed.
Yeah, you have a point. It's just I didn't know what to say. I got completely caught off guard.
Well, look, it's fine. She can stay for a while, but look, I can't just have thousands of people in my house. You understand? Sure.
No, of course.
Understandable.
We'll probably be getting our own house at some point.
That's true. It should be a good idea.
Oh, it's lovely. So you're moving in.
Yes.
Most likely, yes. It seems like this town is probably one of the safest in the region.
There's a brief sign of disappointment on his face. Yeah, that's yeah.
What kind of reaction is that? Aren't you happy we're gonna be neighbors?
Oh, yes, of course. It's just that. It's just that. Well, I suppose I just sort of was hoping that perhaps you would keep on traveling. Truth be told, I'm not the sort of person to stay still in one place. It just feels off. You know the word wanderlust? That's it. Yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're still going to be traveling. Just we can't keep living with you at all times. If we're going to be getting more people,
yes,
who
of
stay with
course.
us.
Yes, I would appreciate. I mean, although I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't mind you living in my house, you two specifically, and of course you two as well. He looks down at Anna. In fact, as I said, I am so willing. I would even share my last bed with you. That's how willing I would be. But the point is that I don't. Don't make me regret it by just inviting random strangers as well. It's a bit,
Understood. Yes.
Anyway, right, I was still planning on meeting someone here today. So, what are you planning on doing?
Most likely enjoying the festivities, dancing the next song because this one is almost over.
Yeah, that sounds like a good choice. Also, by the way, for some reason I can't get the music back on. I have no idea what's going on there.
I have a lot of goth club music I can put on.
Nah, screw it. Anyway, in that case, I still wish you a good time. Perhaps we'll talk later again.
Oh, I think I know why the bot's gone.
What's that?
Why?
I think it may be down for like maintenance or something because it's offline.
Oh, that might be it.
Fuck's sake, fucking bot is ignoring us.
Just when you need someone. Anyway. And with that, he takes his leave and leaves Anna behind with you guys.
I need to drink a bit more.
Sorry?
So, Annie, did you have a good time?
Annie. My name's Anna. Who's Annie?
Yeah, but Annie is, a cute version of Anna.
Oh!
I've heard it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
I can call you both things if you'd like.
Annie Anna?
No, Anna or Annie.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have to tell you something. Do you see that old lady? Wait. Is the old lady with the pies near us at the moment?
She is, she has a stand that's sort of like at the sort of border of the festivities. So it's your decision of how close you want to stand to that.
Very far away.
It's fair enough.
Sherson's gonna lean in and say, hey, there's a bad lady here. So don't go past the circle of people dancing from that direction. Okay?
Okay.
That's a good girl. Where are Hansel and Gretel, by the way?
You have no idea. The last time... Actually, I don't think you've seen them at all. The last time anyone's seen them was Rika when you went to go get Anna.
Wait, hold on a minute. I think I spaced out in the last session because I thought Hans and Greta were at home.
No, they were taken with them there. You specifically told me that you wanted Vasily to take them with him to the festival so they wouldn't be left alone at home.
So we've lost the kids? Oh my god, I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them right now.
Well,
how could you?
I mean, they're weird, but they know I'm Palace and they know how to take care of themselves.
I mean, yeah, but at least we have to find them, and can't we do like a fast forward where we, leave the kids at home and then come back to the festival?
Oh, okay, so you just want to bring all the kids back?
Yeah, just leave them home with Saban and the cat girl.
And crazy cat lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, we can't do that because canonically it's already established that Anna was still there at the end of last session. So you can't get rid of her. That's impossible.
Okay.
We can't change the timeline.
No, you can't.
Okay, fine.
We can't have a paradox.
Then I would like to investigate to see where the hell Hans and Greta are. They're still our responsibility, even if they're weird.
I'm not going to make you, take too much time with it. It's literally where Rika last seen them. They haven't appeared to have moved a single inch. They are still on the very same spots, as sort of like sitting up against the wall, sort of minding their own business, not doing anything. You find them.
Do you think an exorcism would work? Sherrison's gonna whisper to Rico when the kids, from a huge distance where the kids can't hear.
They're not possessed.
Maybe they just need something divine to help them.
Then you don't need an exorcism.
I don't know, Rika. I was never raised to be a fighter or a cleric.
Neither was I. That just kind of found me.
Do either one of you want to roll investigation?
What for?
Just on their condition. You spend quite a bit of time with them. I figured that might be worth it. Are you helping each other, or is this a single matter?
Would you like to help me, or do you want to roll on your own? Okay.
All right, in this case, that's a 16. We have a 16. You spend quite a bit of time with them. And while at first, your first idea was, okay, they might be sort of like traumatized. They might just be, there might be something wrong with them in some way or another by the time that they spent there. Now you spend even more time with them after the fact that you've gotten them from there. And you spend quite a little bit of time here in Barovia as well. Not Barovia. Yes, Barovia as well, but also specifically Vallaki. And something that you've noticed as you've gone through the streets and everything is that there's other people like Hans and Gretel. Adults, but also children. You've seen a couple when you've crossed the streets. People that just stare blankly in front of themselves. Not doing anything particular, just walking or anything. Not displaying any particular emotion except smiling whenever a guard seems to turn to them. This is something that you've not only seen in Hansel and Gretel, but in other people around you here in Vallaki as well.
So, traumatized people. That's what you're saying.
Perhaps. Rika, you specifically, I want also to make an investigation roll, because you specifically have perhaps another view of this entirely. But roll investigation with... I want this investigation to be done with charisma rather than intelligence. What's your charisma score?
My charisma score is +4.
Okay, so that would be a 19.
No, because I'm proficient. That would just be 22. This is just my proficiency modifier. It has nothing to do with intelligence. I have no intelligence modifier.
In that case, that's magnificent. Allow me to really quickly do something here. It is your choice if you would like to share this information or not, but it is something that you specifically have a insight on. Do you get it, or did I write it to the wrong person?
No, I did get it. That is a very interesting fact. Wait, okay, do you maybe mean like, so kind of washed out?
Yeah, that's the word I meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, apparently Rika stares blankly out into space for like a second or so.
I glow briefly in that time.
So I have just informed something that seems important. Apparently people like Hans and Gretel are missing most of their souls. Only a fraction is left.
For heaven's sake. What do you know about him?
Beamed into my head by a higher being.
I'm sure it wasn't the devil on your shoulder.
It was most definitely the devil on my shoulder, yes.
What were you doing with that, by the way?
Sorry, what was asked?
How are you doing with that, by the way?
I don't exactly know what there's to be done about it.
Kind of seeing back to your old self again. There was a time where I almost didn't recognize you. That made me very sad.
Yeah. That was a very weird time with some very weird magic. I'm kind of studying the effects, seeing how I can bend more to how I want it instead of it controlling me.
Anyone can get it out of control, that's you. I remember how paperwork would look after, someone else tried to do it. If you manage to get that under control, I'm certain you'll get this.
They never organized it alphabetically.
I remember you sitting over there doing paperwork, and sometimes you would yell, "How is it possible that G comes after M? Do none of you know the alphabet?"
I know some of them may have been sorting it after the Elvish alphabet. It seems like it's a possibility, but I doubt any of them actually know Elvish, except the elves.
I wouldn't remember. Unfortunately, I never learned Elvish.
Neither have I.
Really?
Yes.
No, wait, that was a lie. I do speak Elvish. I forgot. What? Really? How did that not happen?
How I didn't learn Elvish? I mean, I took it for credit and didn't really do anything in those classes.
Well,
wait, actually, no. I'm a half elf. I fucking know Elvish. What the fuck am I talking about? I know Elven, Draconic, Undercommon, and Abyssal. What am I talking about?
Let me see. I know Elvish and
I'm thinking of a totally different character. Oh my god. I was thinking in terms of fucking Saras. Oh no, I do know Elvish. I'm a half elf. How would I want? No, oh my god.
I know Common, Elvish, Goblin, Dwarvish, and Orc. It was considered necessary to at least learn Elvish because, it was the language of high society, so. It's not like I could really afford to not be diligent in my studies. Oh, hello, stranger.
The music's back on. I
Oh,
want to learn Elvish too.
We can do that.
I will teach you the first phrase now. You ready?
Okay.
Melene Anna.
Melene Anna.
Yes, that says my name is Anna.
Melene Anna.
Yes. By the way, Anna, is it okay if I steal Rika for a moment?
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Go have some fun. Just make sure you don't stay, don't go over there where I told you.
Okay.
And it might be time for us to be going home in a little bit, for dinner. So, yeah.
Oh, but my picture hasn't been shown yet.
Not yet.
Nope.
That you need to tell me these things. I thought this was after the picture was being shown.
No. This is in between that time frame. We are currently going back in time. This is in between those two time frames.
The pictures get shown.
The picture is currently on display, but it's not rated yet. That's
So Ban is here when the pictures are getting shown on stage.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
Never should have started this whole thing with time paradoxes. I'm so sorry. Last time we do this.
Okay. Well, yeah. If there's a nice song playing, then yeah, Sherison will offer her hand out so we can sing. Would you join me?
I will.
And they glide over to the dance floor.
Let me find the one it is.
Do you guys,
no, pulse. Yes.
Do you guys want to roll another performance check?
You know what? Sure, why not? It'll be fun. Oh, please, Jesus, give me a good score.
Once again, flawless.
Yeah.
An absolute flawless performance once again. And as you're moving...
I'm performing on the others. We are performing everyone.
And as you are going through your routine as before, would you like to describe it again? How awesome are you and how are you awesome?
Oh boy. Okay, so I can't remember the description I used this.
Once again, by the way, Rika leading, of course.
Yes.
But I'm the quote-unquote man. I have to lead.
Well, you didn't lead last time.
You can still hold Rika in the masculine way.
Okay, fine. All right. I'll do that.
But that doesn't mean you lead. The female can lead.
Okay.
Especially because it's folk dancing and not like valses.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in court.
There's definitely a hint to gypsy music in all this.
Mm-hmm. That is why I'm currently listening to Porno Polska, which is a great song.
You got good taste, sir.
Where is it? Ah, it's not here. Okay.
Now.
Okay, yes. Folk. So there's a lot of, spinning and, almost tap dancing, but there's a lot of dancing around because it's folk and people are, it's a circle that's kind of spinning around, right? Like all so far along, but in a slightly faster tempo, a little bit into, closer to the middle of the circle, because we're special and we're better than everyone else.
Now, as you do this, you realize that as part of the dance, it seems that currently this is not a normal dance. This is a sort of partner exchange dance where people seem to be swapping out around. So, do you comply with this?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
We don't have a choice, really.
We both did very well.
You did do very well, but as both of you sort of part ways and new partners are exchanged, you find yourself having to adjust to a new tempo as you find your prospective new partners to not be as capable as the ones you had previously. Just give me a moment, I need to put in my cable. Otherwise my computer will be dying on me, and that would not be good for anyone, really. Bloody heck. And,
what is that song called, by the way? Boro Polska.
I'll put it on.
Please do.
As you do this, you find yourself with new partners, new dance partners, as a matter of fact. Now I would like both of you to roll me d20s to see who you're dancing with.
Just a straight D20?
Hmm?
Just a straight D20?
Just a straight d20. I've got a table and everything.
Okay. 18?
Alright, 18. Rika? 2. Alright, let's see. So, Septimus, you seem to be, as you're in this new exchange, you seem to be matched up with a guard out of uniform who is, trying to dance rather, normally, but still trying to retain. Actually, I just realized, no, let's say a female guard in uniform. There we go.
Okay.
I had for a moment a brain fart. There you are.
Yeah, I was like, ah.
And as for Rika, you actually get matched up with a slightly shading-looking fella who is who's definitely sort of dressed like a rogue, but looks otherwise pretty fine. But it seems like for him it's mostly about business, this dance, rather than joy. So look in his face, he seems to be getting pleasure, but his steps are very articulate and precise. He doesn't make any mistakes, and the dance is enjoyable enough.
Right. While we're dancing around, I'll whisper in his ear, if you take anything out of my purse, I'll burn you alive.
He seems to be taken aback for a moment about this. Roll me intimidation.
16.
Oh my god.
He glances at you nervously, and seems that his steps start to distance themselves slightly more from you as you get till the next exchange. He basically explodes away from you.
Right before he goes, she's going to say, good boy. And then exchange. Listen, Rika's savage. It is confirmed. It's been that for a while.
Roll me another d20, both of you. We're doing this 3 times.
But I didn't get to talk to this guy.
Oh, yeah, okay. What do you want to say? Do you want to say anything
This
to the guards?
girl, you're the matchmaker. She says she's a woman.
Yeah, she's a woman.
Right. Right, she's a woman, yes. No, just small talk.
No, just small talk. Yep. She's also quite sort of businesslike. Yeah, enjoying your time. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Smiling.
ma'am.
She certainly seems to be enjoying hers. So, yeah, it's a good one. And switch, D20.
All right.
All
right. Rika, as you are dancing, you feel how a strong hand into grips with yours as you find yourself with a new dance partner who looks much more heavily built. And as you look at it, it's a spitting image of Saban. With one singular difference as you look up at him. He's got a scar across his face. But his face literally looks like Saban.
Whoa.
This is certainly something for you for a moment. Is there any reaction you have?
Like, confusion, then while dancing, just saying, you look very familiar.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, ma'am, I'm hoping you're enjoying this dance. If you like, we can switch again.
Yes. Right.
All right.
Rika is confused and surprised.
Slightly awkward. Meanwhile, speaking in awkward corner, Septimus, as you're basically turning, you feel as somebody is sort of grabbing you from behind and turning you towards them, very slyly, as somebody's trying to take control and get you as a dance partner. Sort of not very naturally, but you find yourself dragged towards another person that you know. And you find yourself dancing and in a grip with, well, Sarah. Isn't that right, Remus?
Sarah.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
I hope this isn't a bad time.
It's as good a time as any.
Look, I wanted to talk with you in private, and I didn't really seem to get any moment where you were alone, so this seemed like the best shot I had.
Look, again, I'm sorry. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, you have no idea how sorry I am.
No, look.
I never meant for that to happen.
Just be quiet for a moment. I'm sorry. It's my fault, and I reacted very poorly, and I don't know what to say. I really... Look, I just want to say that I didn't mean any of that, and I hope that it doesn't have to stand between us. I would like to be friends again, but I understand if you'd rather we don't talk after this again. I didn't tell anyone, for what it's worth.
Thank you. Thank you for not telling anyone. And also, of course, I still want to be your friend.
Are you sure?
Yes, I do. Chris, stop it! I'm dying laughing, looking at the expression.
Can I roll a perception check to see what the fuck is going on?
Alright, roll me a perception check.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not focusing on my partner, so... oh, that's 18.
Alright, before we go on, Leah, are you saying anything more incriminating?
Say, listen, what happened? I have no right to be angry at you. Don't get me wrong. Had things been different, I don't know what would have happened. But look, you're very beautiful. You're gonna make someone very happy one day, and they're gonna make you very happy one day. But
I know. Look, it's just I'm really sorry about how I reacted. I didn't mean to make you feel bad, and I acted a bit immaturely as well. It was all a bit shocking, you know. I'm sorry. It's not an excuse, but look, can we just pretend like it never happened, and we can just go back to how it was before?
yes, of course. That sounds great.
So, it's not going to be awkward if if we talk to each other in front of the others, and...
Of course not. Not at all.
Oh, thank God.
Sir, you're one of our group. You're one of us.
Thanks.
I was never thinking of having you thrown out because of any kind of disagreement we might have had.
Now, Rika, you heard half of that conversation. The first half, specifically.
Dan, you are so fucking shady.
And change. Roll d20s. All right.
Fucking excuse me.
Ah,
The fuck?
it's something the matter.
This isn't what, honey. This isn't what you think it is.
Oh, okay, sure.
Speaking
Swear
of
to
which,
God, I swear to God. You know what I mean?
It isn't. It isn't what I think it is.
as you trade partners once again, as luck would have it, Rika, you end up with Sarah.
Wait, what? How?
Well, you were sort of standing pretty close to them to overhear the conversation, and so as people sort of let go again, wait, no, you're a woman. Sorry, I forgot
Yes,
that for a moment.
exactly.
Yeah,
How?
sorry.
I mean,
Matching
sometimes it happens
pairs.
that women dance together in
Sorry?
those festivals. It's more like it's happened when women dance together at those festivals. It's more playful.
Yeah, you know what? For the sake of it, it's dramatic. You end up with Sarah. We go with that.
Rika takes the masculine position.
And as Sarah looks at you, oh, hey,
Hi, Sarah. Good to see you.
it's good
What
to
were we
see
talking
you.
about? What were we talking about with Ringless?
Oh, did you hear us?
About half.
Sorry, it was a private conversation. I didn't mean to
Mm,
you know. I try to keep things private. It's just something that, not that.
yes. Well, out of context, it sounded, pretty bad.
It was pretty bad, but let's not get into that. I feel like that's personal for both of us.
Right.
So how are you doing?
Okay.
We
Oh
haven't
yeah,
really
I'm
talked
doing
lately.
good. Yeah.
I'm doing so well in the church, by the way. Things are really looking good. I'm really getting ahead
That's great.
with my training.
Yeah.
And I hope you come visit sometime.
I probably will at some point.
Be great.
I mean, yeah.
So what have you been up to?
I mean, other than having encounters with the captain,
Ooh.
and dealing with a lot of things. A lot of things. Oh boy, a lot of things have happened.
Well, what kind of fun things?
Well, I found out that my friend who disappeared about 2 years ago is apparently here in the city.
I feel like I'm a little bit out of the loop. I shouldn't have distanced myself so much from you guys. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, you're probably a lot safer at the church, so you know.
Well, yes, but you know, I'm still quite thankful to you guys, and you know, I'm seeing you as friends, and
Yeah, of course. Right. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I blew myself up while the captain kind of forced me into a sparring match, so I kind of blew myself up. That was fun, kind of, not really.
there's concern in the face very clearly. That's horrible.
Yes, well, me and the captain, we've worked out our differences. I mean, he's asked about to meet me at some point, so I should probably do that.
Okay, just be careful. I mean, sounds dangerous.
Oh yeah, I can handle him.
Should
I
we
can
come
handle him.
along?
No, I think I don't know if you would appreciate that.
Well, I know, not that he's trying something again.
Oh no. I'll be fully rested when I go meet him. So should anything happen, I can take care of myself.
Okay. And that's the end of that conversation in this time frame. Speaking of unfortunate picks, Septimus, you, or rather Remus, you end up with also a familiar person, which I don't think you ever caught the name of, actually. Let me just check. Yeah. You end up with a woman that looks all too familiar to you. It's the barkeep of the Grey Raven Inn. Yep, that's both of your reactions as you sort of grasp each other's hands.
Good evening. Having a good time?
Hi. Yeah. I was up to now.
I share the sentiment.
So, how's your friend doing?
Which one are you referring to?
The one with which you entered the bar last time.
He's well.
Good to hear.
Fortunately, he couldn't be here today, so I guess you won't have a chance to dance with him.
A shame. Hopefully you all have learned to be a bit more subtle.
Maybe one day you'll learn how to be a bit more helpful.
Maybe you will learn to not get yourselves killed by asking the wrong questions in the wrong places. You got off lucky, all things considered.
Maybe you'll learn not to worry about people you don't need to be worrying about.
Maybe you'll learn. It goes on like that. It's a very passive-aggressive match as the dance carries on until you finally... Like, actually, as you're dancing, like, both of your hands sort of cramp up into each other annoyedly until you sort of leave and your claws go out of each other.
Have a great rest of the night.
I wish I could wish you the same. And that's it. And with that, you both end up with the pairs in which you started in.
You won't believe the dances I've had.
Oh, Remus. That's Sarah.
Yeah? She's doing well in her church, isn't she?
Yeah. What was that whole conversation about? If you don't mind me asking.
Elvish ears.
Oh, you heard.
About half, which out of context, it didn't, you know.
It's... You know what? Let's finish this dance and I'll tell you all about it.
Really wish we had some alcohol right now.
Yeah, me too.
Should have asked
Me
Savon.
too. He probably keeps a lot in his, flask in his boot.
With that, the dance concludes and you are by yourselves as you leave the dance floor.
Working. As soon as the dance ends, Sherrison is going to look at Rika and say, "Follow me?"
Oh, I am.
Right. Okay. Sherrison is going to walk a bit further away from the dance floor, like maybe to like a corner or like a quiet place in general where there aren't that many people walking by, but they can still see the dance floor.
Yep. You managed to scuff off a bit to the side where you're still well in view of the festivities, but you're mostly out of earshot, especially from the busy blabbering that's going on back there.
Okay, so some days ago, I was, that day that we all left to do our separate thing, actually. I was feeling very, very lost. And I did what I usually did when we were back in Sanjin when I felt really lost. I seeked out God. So I went to the church and Sarah was there. And well, like I told you, I had a moment where Mother Night apparently came to me and I collapsed in the church. When I woke up, I was in a back room of the church. Sarah was there, and so was the head priest. And I spoke to him, and I told him everything. I told him what my real name was. Sarah feels so fake calling her Sarah. Irene was there, but she didn't hear. And then the head priest left and he left me alone with her and we started talking and we started discussing the things we'd been through back in Barovia, the village. Just the things that keep us awake and worried in the night. And I was getting ready to go at some point and she kissed me. She grabbed me, she kissed me. I was too stunned, honestly, to kiss her back, but even if I hadn't been, I don't think I would have. And that's when I told her that I can't be with her. She wasn't very pleased with that answer, and she asked me why, and I said, well, first of all, because I'm in love with someone else, and second of all, because I'm not who she thinks I am. And then I told her my real name, and she didn't take it well. That's why she's been avoiding me all these past few days. And she grabbed me and apologized for the way she took the news. I imagine had I been in her shoes, I would have reacted the same way. You don't seem like you believe me.
I'm processing.
That's the whole story. What is there to process?
Well, let me start with
what?
I'm very unhappy that she kissed you. Just to get it out there. But I mean, fair enough to her. I mean, what I am happy to hear is that you're in love with someone.
Yeah, it sneaks up on you. Don't realize it until it's almost like a weed. By the time you realize that it's even in your garden, it's already taken it over. In the best way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds, not
I'm
great.
sorry. I was never one for poetry.
Yes, well, it reminds me of another song, kind of humorous, but also like it's about love and how love is kind of like that weed. Yeah.
Yeah. More than one people share my sentiment that sometimes love is like a weed.
Yes.
Shows up one day.
This song starts out by calling it a tumor, so
Well, that's So,
Yeah, well, I mean,
are you angry with me?
no. No.
Or was I mean?
I mean, as I said, I'm not entirely pleased that she kissed you, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not gonna hate her for liking you. I mean,
don't.
we can at least agree on that part. So,
What?
on liking you.
Hold on, processing.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think we need the Windows dial up.
Or the blue screen.
Ever for emotional found.
Well, it's unfortunate that, well, she got my first kiss, but it doesn't really matter because I'm still alive and I still have many more to give. Look, Rika, it's not like I can just come out with it. This is why I wish there was wine. This is why I wish there was any sort of alcohol, because then I could just let it blurt out and I could blame it on the alcohol if you didn't reciprocate. And then we could laugh about it and I could pretend that I never cared, but...
In course not. And Rick is gonna grab Sharon and kiss her.
Sharon is gonna grab the hell out of her and kiss her back.
Straight up makeout.
Holy shit.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We did it. It only took us a year.
So that's the official answer also to the betting pool that was started all the way back in the God's house. How long will it take for them to make up and get together? The answer, a year.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Saban will feel very stupid for not betting.
I mean, there's not a lot of people in Barovia that are betting. So
no, but if you ever does
not a lot of money there to be made. Also, there was a betting pool for... Yeah. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it.
How long does this keep up, the makeout session?
I think long enough for... Okay, I think like half a minute.
What are the D&D rules for holding your breath?
At some point, I think Sharison is going to break the kiss and be like, we got people here. This is undignified.
Number of minutes equal to its constitution, 1 plus its constitution modifier. So that's 3 minutes for Rika.
Let me check. 1 plus 1. So 2 minutes for Sharison.
So for a whole 2 minutes. If Rika can get it.
As you do this, you hear in the background a couple of children running by and going, ew, and then keep on running.
Rika turns to them, yells, shut the fuck up, and goes back to kiss.
They run away scaredly of the scary lady.
No interruptions.
Yeah, and so it carries on for 3 minutes straight, apparently.
Sharon can only hold her breath for 2 minutes.
Shall we have a break at this point?
You know what? Sure.
Sure.